How quickly this stuff shows up. Um, People, strangely, they do like cemeteries nearby, but I personally, as I go straight for the incinerators, personally don't care to have those in the city. Shit, where was that? Healthcare, right? We can put a crematorium down, though. Medical copter. Large advanced crematorium. That looks a little excessive. But we can put down some elder care. We should probably do that. So I'll put down a crematorium. And we can probably put that... you know what? Put that. Jeez. Okay, so maybe I've started building my residential just a little bit too close. Let's put that here. Has very low impact. It does reach some people. And we'll put this kind of out here. But I'm going to want to do... Let's lower the speed on that so I can at least keep this going. I'm just going to put these roads down. I will upgrade them later. I just want to be able to see where I'm at. Yeah, Kevin MacLeod has some good music. I've used a lot of his stuff, and I think a lot of people do, just because it's really high quality and it's free, and he's totally cool with just letting everybody use it. So I could actually just get a folder of that going. There's got to be a built-in music player, I would think. Let's put the cemetery right out here. It's probably going to get plowed over at some point. I would like to have another large 4-lane on this side at some point. Of course, we need to continue this. And power. Oh, and I've completely left these guys out in the dark. I do kind of hate this part. Having to keep them... Oh, man. Yeah, this could be visually interesting. It could also be a real disaster. Yeah, some of Kevin MacLeod's music is actually pretty recognizable in a lot of videos. I think there are just a few really popular songs that you just hear all the time, just because they fit. Still major demand for people living here. It's starting to get just a little bit crowded. So I want... because these should be on the one-way side. So I guess we can just put in a few more large blocks here. That's not the right one. And maybe we'll do something like that. In and out. If I got... I think maybe I should put housing a little bit further away. I mean, I guess I can fill that in, and then we could get rid of this. There. Some strange hilly developments there. I didn't put down that school, did I? Let's find a place to put down this school. Again, avoiding one-ways because that's just going to create a lot of traffic problems. At the police station? Okay, well, let's put this over here then. How are we doing on water? It's got water. It's within power range. I will probably want another one over here. In fact, you know what, this one looks kind of old-timey, so it actually would fit a little bit better for downtown. Let's go ahead and put that one there too. It's probably more education than we'll need. I wish that I could differentiate the color of these roads, the one-ways. Aside from just making all the residential stuff the trees, I'd kind of like to alternate blocks, either with the trees or with the grass line. And actually what I would really like is if there's a custom street mod where I could actually make my own street. I know I could make a mod, but I want a customizable street, kind of like with the intersection where I can choose, well, I want this, this, and this. I'd like it so that I could say, okay, I want trees in the middle, but no parking on the side, or like a bike lane on the side here, or something, because there's a huge mixing and matching, or you know, like turn lane. I could say, okay, this section will be turn lane, and there is a way to actually do that. Like I could take one of these that has a turn lane in it and then just make a little end cap there and it acts as a turn lane. But yeah, I don't know. There was a mod though. That the mod that I did in my Let's Play had something like that where you could say this is a turn lane. I feel like that. Well, RimWorld and Banished, Banished for sure. I think I've kind of explored everything that I could with that. Obviously there's mods, I could try that again, but Banished is kind of a limited thing. I did want to do another RimWorld series at some point, but I don't know that I would do that for streaming. I could make it for streaming, but I do have some other ideas specifically for streaming games. And I think that a lot of things happen in RimWorld that you kind of still have to stay focused on it. You know, especially when there's like a raid or something like that, creatures that you've got to fight off. And so, just, I mean, my experience from last time, just the ability to have something casual like this where I can just let it go and things aren't really going to be terrible and blow up in my face, that I don't have to focus on it so far. I think that is going to be better for my streaming content as opposed to you know, a game where I'd like to do you know, more I don't know, more focused stuff for my channel. A spill? Where? We had a spill? Or do you mean spill the beans on what I planned on streaming? Text is hard to read context into sometimes. Because I was going to say, unless we had a literal shitstorm going on, we've got a spill of nothing. We do have completely flooded... Is this because I put this down? This was dry land when I put these down. I should maybe consider moving them.
Meteorologists have issued a severe tornado warning for the area. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Let's pick a spot to watch. Yeah, so my ideas for the stream, I would have to open up Steam because I've marked them specifically, but so City Skylines, one of them, Planet Coaster, another one. I think I mentioned... Oh.
A tornado has touched down in the area. Seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Shelter right over here. I think I mentioned in my sort of announcement video I want to do some American Truck Simulator. Those would be very casual games. We would play the game, but that would just be more of a casual chatting kind of stream, just because there's a lot of nothing that goes on when you're driving. Okay, that's not going to come our way. It might screw up the highway over here though, which has nobody on it. Which doesn't surprise me, because where does this go? I guess there is land over there. It just didn't seem like. So that, okay. Well, whatever. What else did I have? I don't know, I recently added something. Let me see if I can get out of this. Actually, I don't need to do that. Oh, just Tabletop Simulator. That's what I had on there. But actually, that reminds me. So now that we're here and I can talk about it, have you guys ever heard of a board game called The Quiet Year? It's not really a board game, I guess, but it's a game. Okay, so a few things for this idea. The Quiet Year is an inspiration. If you've ever heard of Kingdom Death Monster and the settlement phase of that, I've played a couple games like Hammurabi and Seven Grand Steps, where you're they're very simple city management games, but they're I guess they're more like number management. I don't really know how to explain it, but anyway, so these ideas, okay, of what these games are like. They are decision-based city building, essentially. Also, you're going to have to look up... Dang it, hold on a minute. Let me look at this again, because... What is this called? Dreadmere. Okay. So there's a series of miniatures, tabletop miniatures, put out by Reaper called the Dreadmere, and I guess it's sort of a... Oh no, did that stop the stream? I hope that didn't stop the stream. It's sort of a gothic... yeah, that looks about it. Hold on. Yeah, that's the game. Quiet Year. Okay, so this Dreadmere setting, I guess, is kind of like it's like a Pathfinder setting. campaign setting. It's sort of a gothic kind of witch huntery, like Salem witch huntery era dark things happen in the town. There's like cultists and necromancers and stuff. That kind of setting. I'm trying to think. What is it in World of Warcraft? That town, Duskwood? Is that what it's called? It's been so long since I played that one. But so it's like this dark gothic horror kind of setting. Okay, so the Quiet Year, the settlement building, kingdom, death monster stuff, all this. Okay, so that's something that I would like to do with the stream. I would like to do a thing where we together, you and I, sort of play this game where we have sort of random events that happen. Because the Quiet Year is card based, so you draw cards out of a deck and then something happens, and that takes place over 1 year. But I'm thinking, also like games like Dragon Pass, I guess, same thing, kind of an event driven, decision based sort of settlement management. Anyway, so my idea here is to combine these ideas into something where just randomly chosen events happen, and so you guys, the viewers, would basically be citizens in this city. So, someone might say that, I would like to be the blacksmith of this town, or I'd like to be a fisher of this town, or whatever. I'd like to run for mayor. We could do kind of election-based things, like an actual role-playing, interactive city, basically. And then, we would still have things to roll for. Each season, maybe we would have a certain amount of crops, or we would do, something would happen. Anyway, so people would move in, so there would still be like NPCs that would actually grow this town, and then you guys would actually be like the main characters of the city or whatever. Anyway, so my thinking here is that it would just be kind of a game where. It would also maybe include kind of werewolf elements, like the game Werewolf, where maybe some people, either through random event or just choosing, are like cultists, and so like things happen in the town that, well, why is this happening? Well, maybe it's because either one of the viewers or an NPC has started a cult, or like there's like the necromancer up in the old cemetery or whatever. The Dreadmere setting that I was talking about earlier, it's hard to find. I don't even remember how I found it, but I did find a PDF of the setting. It's kind of interesting because the setting that they've got is built on like this old elven fortress that has been gone forever, and so like this necromancer moves into one of the temples, and then there's like this Dagon cult down, because it's a fishing village, but it's set in like this really swampy kind of kind of Lovecraftian town, like Innsmouth kind of setting. Anyway, so yeah, so that's one major thing that I wanted to do with the stream, and I'm sorry that was just kind of all over the place, and I didn't really express myself in what I wanted. But this is just an idea right now, rolling around in my head. I have not set up the rules and obviously the list of events and things like that. But so that's something that I wanted to do, because I think that would be fun. I think it would be fun if maybe we stopped doing the 3-hour stream. 3 hours, by the way, I'm convinced is actually what I wanted to start doing for streaming, just because it's actually really good when I break it down into half-hour clips, because then it means that I have essentially a second series for a week, which is actually really, really cool. It's an unanticipated benefit of going so long. So eventually I would like to open up Sundays to like the Sunday Drive idea that I talked about, where we'd play American Truck Simulator. But anyway, so my thinking here is that we would progress from just single game 3-hour-long streams to, okay, well, I'm going to do this for an hour, and then maybe we'll spend an hour playing this role-playing game together, develop that town a little bit more or whatever. But I don't know. I thought that the town idea would be kind of fun, just because we could create a setting together that would be interesting, and it would be a board game. It wouldn't just be, oh, let's pretend that we're building a little model city. Like, it would be an actual game that we would play together, and I don't know. I think we could do something fun with that. Okay, there, I need to turn that off. The nights are a little long around here. But anyway, other than that, I don't really have any ideas for games that would be really appropriate for streaming. Or at least games that I would rather stream than do a series on. I do have Vermintide, and so I could do Vermintide either multiplayer, or I believe it's either Vermintide 2 or both of them has the ability to be connected to Twitch, and so the Twitch viewers can actually send in monsters. It's kind of like Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead, I think, has something like that. Yeah, I know. It's going to be another one of those projects. That's why I've been keeping it hush-hush, because it's not even a fully formed idea. I know that this is going to be one of those projects people are like, I want to see this, but maybe that will also give me a little bit more motivation to do something like that. Because it would definitely be unique. I definitely don't think anyone else does something like that. Can I do just a little change here? No. See, so now this is a problem with my alley idea. So maybe I'll have to change the way this works, because this is now, you can't drive, like if I'm thinking, garbage trucks picking things up, you can't drive down this back end. And I'll probably want to remove some of this grass. I'll probably come in with, like, where are those tiles? This is under landscaping, isn't it? Do I not have a way to paint the ground and make it something else? That's policies. This is my terrible budget that's been in the negative for a very long time. I have not played 2 Point Hospital, but I was thinking about getting it. Because there's just so much content for it right now. I was going to wait until the summer sale. The Steam summer sale starts pretty soon, so I think a lot of stuff's going to be really cheap. Yeah, I guess I could come up with a tunnel idea, or just make Central not have the trees on it, because that's where, if I line up the alleyways on all of that, then that's where they're going to go. Okay, so what needs to be done? More housing. Lots more housing. Let's do that, and then we'll come in here and just remove some of this. I don't know if that's going to develop into a 2x. Maybe that. How about we do a little bit on this side? Residential stuff. Okay, I've got that pretty good. Yeah, so see, that's why I don't want to play games that require a lot of brain power, because if I'm going to be going off on tangents of these ideas I've got, then I want to be able to not have to focus on the game. Okay, we could probably do maybe like a little corner grocer over here. How about that? I think there is actually a way. Well, if I downloaded mods, I'm sure there definitely is a way. But I wish there was a way to specify the buildings I was putting down. That is one of the things that I really enjoy about the SimCity societies. Maybe I should just go ahead and start tearing these down anyway. We're in a housing crisis and I'm tearing up housing. That's brilliant. Okay, that one's a little bit too tall. That one's a little bit too tall for this area. See, the game really does need to have mid-level, not just low density, high density. It really does just need sort of the something of this size is appropriate. Something of this size in this area, not so much. So we're going to get rid of it and hope it doesn't come back. I guess I could actually take that out and maybe something more reasonable will come in. That's kind of high too. Space is already occupied. Well, yeah, but come on. That's a what is this? Oh, that's the school. Right. So I won't be able to actually put that there. That's okay too. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should just leave. Let's actually take that out completely. And then I can do like a playground or something over here. That's not where those playgrounds are. Is there not just a playground? It's a dog park. How big are these? Because I could maybe put this in somewhere. There we go. I knew. Oh, geez, no. Okay, so clearly, there we go. Clearly, I'm going to have to look, and so if I get, I think the parks one is what comes with fencing. So I don't think I can just do a placeable of fencing right now. What's that under? Rocks, water structure. Actually, that's some mods. Oh no, yeah. Oh wow, I could put down some newspaper kiosks and get downtown really going. I'm sure there's a mod that has more than this, though. I seem to recall having more. But I could probably get something fun. So this can't actually go into a building? That's bizarre. I guess it makes sense, but... Well, anyway. So, maybe I'll look for some fencing mods or something. we do have a bicyclist. Julie Murray is a guard at the elementary school. I didn't realize we were in such a rough place. Okay, that's a much more reasonable thing. Okay, this is actually turning out alright. Our education level seems to be doing just fine. So let's actually now go in here. I need to look at my... Must be this. Well, overall happiness is bad because office workers still can't find. So it is actually high school level then. So we could put down a high school, I guess. Once again, though, I'm just really nervous about doing too much education too early. So we still have very full... No, we do have educated. So it is elementary school level.